What's going on, everybody? It's NotYetAProxy, and welcome back to, or not welcome back, but welcome, rather, to my first ever Super Smash Bros. Guide. And in this episode, I will be covering King Dedede, who is actually my main. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to cover his specials, which, those of you that don't know, that's all the moves that require input by the B button. So his neutral special, which is just pressing the B button, is his inhale. It's a really good edge guarding utility. You can do that. I don't really do that much unless I feel like trolling, but that is something you can do. But be careful though, because if your opponent breaks out before you're able to oh, that's not what I meant to do. If your opponent breaks out before you guys hit the bottom, then, especially if it's your last stock, it'll count as their victory. But what you could do is go down, spit them out, and then jump back up, especially if they have like a bad recovery. So next up I'm going to go over his side special, which is one of his major utilities, and that's the Gordo. So just inputting your side special just throws the Gordo at your opponent, which does 10 to 12 damage and a ton of knockback at high percents. So what makes this tool so versatile is that you can actually change the direction using your control stick. So if you input your side special and then immediately press up, you get this kind of like Gordo wall that you can like follow behind. It has a high bouncing arc, and it's great for approaching, I find. You can also press down immediately after you input your side special, and it gives it a longer, kind of higher arc than what you're, here's a comparison. That's just normal side special, and that's down. It gives it a longer, slower, more awkward arc. I find myself using that a lot, and what's good about the Gordo throw is, say your opponent likes to recover low, like right up next to the stage or something, just stand there and not do that, but do that, not that, do this, and you just drop a Gordo straight on them. And a lot of times, if they're not expecting it, or say they don't exactly know what they're doing, it'll bounce them off the stage, and you could potentially get a stage spike. And they could tech that, of course, but a lot of times it's unexpected, so keep that in mind. Next up is down special, which is his jet hammer. Fully charged, it starts to harm Dedede, much like Kirby's side special, which is his hammer flip. But this kills extremely early, and and it also breaks shields. So you probably won't be landing this much unless you get just like a super hard read, but it's one of his utilities, and you should definitely keep it in mind. Next up, I'm going to cover his tilts. So first off, I'm going to cover his forward tilt, which is a multi-hit move with decent knockback, and it's really good for spacing out your opponent. So if you're playing against like a Captain Falcon or somebody like that, their whole game kind of relies on approaching, forward tilt's perfect for keeping them out. So next I'm going to cover his down tilt, which is his major utility when it comes to just Dedede play in general. So his down tilt is a simple roll. It does good damage, especially for a tilt. It does good damage, good knockback, and you'll find yourself using this a lot as Dedede. So keep that in mind as you're playing. Next up is up tilt, which is another good move. I personally don't use it much, but it's a good move, and at high percents it combos into itself. I mean, at low percents it combos into itself. So that's a good thing to keep in mind while using Dedede. Low percents it combos into itself, and at higher percents it will combo into a nair or into an up air. So next up I'm going to cover his aerials. So you've got his forward air, which does 10 to 13, maybe 14% At high percents, it does a good amount of knockback, and there's a great gimping option if you need to follow your opponent off stage. It's a good utility for that. Next up, get back over here. Next up is his down air, or his back air rather, which is a kill move. It's really good. I find myself using it quite a bit. Let's see. For some reason it's like a hit right now. There we go. As you can see, it does a lot of knockback and it kills. So that's good. Next up is up air. His up air, which is a multi-hit move, does tons of knockback, and actually is another one of his kill moves, which kills off the ceiling. So as you can see, it's actually a really good move, and I find myself using that a lot as well. So next, his down air, which, let's see if we can, there we go, it spikes, it does huge damage. The hitbox on it is the hammer itself. It doesn't have a very large hitbox. Most spikes don't, but it's a good move, and if you're a person that likes to spike, then there you go. You're not coming back from that spike. If you get hit by that, you're not coming back. I was trying to demonstrate it right there, but I messed up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a good spike, and it kills at like 40, so it's pretty good. Next up, let's see, what's next? Next up, I will cover his grabs, or his throws. So his forward throw is good. It kills at the ledge at like extremely high percents, at like 150 or so. I don't use his forward throw much unless I just, you know, need to get my opponent away from me quickly. Next up is his back throw, which is a weird angle, but no, I don't really think it combos into anything at all. I hardly ever use his back throw unless the circumstance is where I'm right here and I just need to get my opponent off stage. Then I'll use it, do something like that maybe, but I don't find myself using it much at all. So next is up throw. His up throw is pretty good because it combos into his aerials, and his down throw does as well, as you can see. His down throw is his major combo utility, and that's why I kind of saved it for last. So his down throw at early percents combos into Nair, and at higher or mid to high percents combos into Nair, and at high percents or mid to high percents, oh, that's not what I meant to do. At mid to high percents, it combos into his up air. So keep that in mind when you're trying to get some grab combos off with Dedede. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. I'm a bit stuffed up there. So please excuse that. Next, I'm going to go over his recovery. So Dedede has 5 jumps. As you can see, I believe Kirby has the same amount of jumps, and Jigglypuff might as well. I'm not sure how many jumps Jigglypuff has, but I think Kirby and Dedede both have 5 jumps, and I think so does Meta Knight. And his up B is actually really good recovery. It doesn't look like it just because he slams back down, but you know, it's really good. It's easy to sweet spot the ledge with if you're close, kind of like close to it, if you're coming straight up, or you know, you can do something like that. One thing to keep in mind that not a lot of people know about Dedede's recovery is, say you're over here and you're like, oh no, I messed up. You know, just press up. You can press up when you recover, and if you think you're about to mess up your recovery, like maybe you undershot your up B and you're doing something like you're about to come straight down and just miss the ledge, if you press up on your control stick, you cancel out the slam. So he is vulnerable the whole way down. It doesn't have too much lag. It's got a bit, but if you cancel it out right near the bottom, then there's a lot of landing lag. So keep that in mind. His canceling out his recovery is something that you should definitely keep in mind. Now, his forward smash kills extremely early. As you can see, you won't land it much unless you just get the hardest of breathes. But it's something to keep in mind. I don't find myself using his forward smash much. His down smash, however, is really good. It covers rolls and does, oh, that's not what I meant to do, and it does a huge amount of knockback. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's talk about, yeah, see, it does a good amount of knockback. And you know, maybe at the edge you can use it to set up a gimp or something like that, or just to kill, you know, whatever. So keep that in mind. His up smash, the reason I did it like that was just to show off that it has a hitbox from the front to the back. That whole arc that the hammer travels is a hitbox. As you can see, it's really good for catching landings, maybe comboing into an up air or something like that. Now, the last thing I want to cover with Dedede that I find myself using the most is his crouch. Look at that, he just chills. A lot of times, if you get a good kill on your opponent, why would you taunt and waste all that energy when you can just chill? You know, just chill. And I find it, a lot of times it makes your opponent really angry, especially on For Glory. It just makes them angry, it makes them charge more, and it makes them more likely to mess up, which you can capitalize and punish on. Next is his dash. If you just kind of dash back and forth, you just dance around his hammer, and it's really doofy and it's annoying and it makes people mad, so that's another thing to keep in mind when playing Dedede. Why can I not land on that? There we go. He short hops into a lot of combos. You can short hop into fair as well, as you can see. So keep that in mind. His short hop, and I forgot to cover earlier his nair, which his whole body is his hitbox. I kind of saved it for last, but I also kind of forgot, and I also need to cover his jab. There's something important about his jab. But his whole body is his hitbox, and the hitbox stays out forever. And if you nair and fast fall, then you get hitbox all the way to the ground, and it's a great landing option, and it combos into things. So you'll be using nair and fast fall nair a lot as Dedede. The next thing, the reason I saved his jab for last is because obviously his jab is powerful. It kills at about 150 to 170. The third hit does. It's multi-hit, as you can see. But the reason I saved it for last is because if you time it correctly and cancel out your third hit, which is no fancy button pressing, it's just a timing issue. The second hit on his hammer has a suction property. What? It has a suction property that kind of pulls your opponent towards you, and it can combo into itself indefinitely, and it can be a 0 to kill if you time it right, which I'm not doing too great right now at timing it correctly. As you can see, you just rack up damage, and it's almost inescapable except for light characters. As you can see, you know, at higher percents, it is escapable. At lower percents, it's harder to escape. And if you feel like your opponent's about to escape, just go ahead and do the third hit, because you can't go wrong with that. That's really the only things I wanted to cover with Dedede. So remember, Gordo setups, down tilt, fastball nair, crouch, you know, that's the major things. So thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helped you out, why not leave a like? If you have tips, maybe something I forgot, or something that you feel other people should know, or even myself should know about this character, then leave a comment letting me know. If you want to see more guides or more videos in the future, why not subscribe? And also drop a comment letting me know what guide you want to see next. In the next one, I'll be covering Ness, just because he's my secondary, but definitely be sure to leave your suggestions so I can know which guides I need to make in what order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.